Hey, we need to, like I said, I'm still happy to meet, but I'm going to post a video just so if someone else has a question on this, there's a response later in the quarter. So let's see how this reads. The width of a rectangle is 8 less than twice its length. If the area is 33, what is the length of the diagonal? Okay, so we got a couple of different things going on there. I'm going to let the length be x. And then the width in terms of x. And I'm just changing it to x instead of L because my L's are kind of funky looking and x is easier for me to look at when I'm solving. The width is 8 less than twice the length. So pretend for a second the length was 10, just to have a number to kind of get your head around. So if the length was 10, twice its length would be 20, and then 8 less than that would be 12. So what we're doing is we're multiplying the length by 2, and then we're taking away 8 from that. So that would be twice the length, but then 8 less. And it's kind of funky because the math sets up backwards than the English reads, but it just is what it is. So 2 times the length less 8. The other thing it gave us over here was the area of the rectangle. So the area equals 33. I'm going to leave the units off for simplicity. And what we're trying to find is actually the diagonal, not the area. So if you think about the area of a rectangle, it's length times width equals area. And where that's going to get us is if I have a length and a width, and I need to find the diagonal. That's the Pythagorean theorem, right? Because these two are like the A and the B, and then the diagonal would be the C. So over here, length squared plus width squared is going to equal the diagonal squared, or I could root both sides of that to get D by itself, but I'll do that at the end. So if I knew L and W, length and width, I would have what I needed to find the answer. And I can find those because over here they gave me this area of 33, and now I can plug in these things that I've set up. The length is x, the width is 2x minus 8, and for that one I have an equals. This wouldn't work over here because I don't know D, so then I would still have x's and this unknown in the problem, so that doesn't get it done. But since I know this side is 33, that gets me just to a single variable, and then I can try to solve this out. So let's see where this goes. So we would have x times 2x, so that would be 2x squared, x times 8, so that will be minus 8x, and then equals 33. Yeah, this one looks terrible. So we're going to bring the 33 over. 2x squared minus 8x minus 33 will equal 0, and multiplies to 66. I don't think that's going to factor, so let me get this stuff erased, and then I'm going to need the space over here to do the quadratic formula, I think. Let's see. So solving this, we're going to get x equals negative b, so that'll be a positive 8 plus or minus, and it's not going to be the minus because that will be a negative value, and we're looking at a rectangle, so we're looking for the positive root on this. So negative 8, and then negative 8 plus or minus negative 8 squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. Let's see, so let me grab a calculator here. There it is. So we're going to end up x equals 8 plus or minus, this is going to be 64 plus that, and so let's see, 8 times 33, 264. and it's plus because we have that double minus right there. And then that's over 4, and then x equals 8 plus or minus 264 plus 64, 328 over 4. And then square root of 328, let's see. 18.11. Didn't mean that. 0.11 over 4. And then you can see if I go 8 minus 18, that's going to get me a negative number, so that's not going to help. So I'm going to go 8 plus this value divided by 4 and see where that gets me. So that plus 8, 26 point that, and then divide that by 4. And then I'm going to take this out, maybe just an extra decimal. So I'm getting that to come out to 6.52. It's 7.6, so I'm going to call that 7.8. And that extra decimal place is just because I think I'm supposed to round it to 2, so I'm going to calculate it to 3, and hopefully that gets me a decent amount of accuracy for this to work. So that's my x. That's right here now. So this equals 6. Approximately 528, and then I'm going to plug that right in there for that x, and then so 2 times that number, m minus 8, and that gets me 5.055 to 3 decimal places. And then the formula that I erased was the Pythagorean theorem. So we're going to do length squared, so 6.528 squared plus 5.055 squared should equal the diagonal squared. So what I'm going to do in the calculator is square this, and then I'm going to square this and add those together. So let's see where that gets us. 6.528 squared, and then plus 5.055 squared. So for that, I'm getting 68.167, 8, blah, blah, blah. And that's our d squared. So then I have to take the root of that number. So I'm going to square root both sides. And second function answer, that equals, oops, I did not hit that right, because it doesn't equal that. Let's see, let me try that one more time. I think I hit the button twice. 68.167, and then that is root. Okay, and so I'm getting d equals 8.256, so 8.26. And there is enough room in that one for me to make a mistake. So let me go ahead and just double check that answer and make sure I didn't mash the calculator button wrong. There we go. Number 6. There we go. Answer 8.256, yep, and then rounded to 2 decimal places. That's where I got that, rounded up to a 6. So yeah, there's a ton of room for this one to go wrong. This is not what I would pick as a test question, in all honesty. That's it. I'm still totally happy to meet. I just want to get something posted, so if other people needed this question later in the quarter, it was there. Yeah, so let me know. And I sent you a message on the other in the messages regarding meeting.